was at my aunt. She used to drink like smoked Marlboro.
Yeah,
and
Marlboro Reds
and drink
fucking
and drink Pepsi, like a 12-pack a day. I mean, she did obviously eventually pass, but it was like
the old ass Italians that drink fucking red wine with
never
Coca-Cola.
Water, only Pepsi. Yeah, those.
The old ass Italians would drink Coca-Cola mixed with wine.
Dude.
I'm like, what kind of fucking like ancient Ginzo shit is this? Like, I don't even know about that. Like, my parents never even told me about that.
Yeah.
Like, that's like some old lady.
Coca-Cola's not even that old.
Yeah, then
Well, Pepsi even.
the fucking old people that do it are older than the fucking brand Coca-Cola.
But it's definitely like, I'd say Italians and Polish people, the only people I've ever seen that can pull that off. Because all the Irish old people I know, no, they're dead by 68 if they smoke their entire life. They don't live
either
much
that
longer.
or 110.
Yeah, there's never that 20-year middle gap. It's just you either crapping out at 60 or you're living to like $110, dude.
Yeah.
Blue zone Irish people are like in their 60s.
Hatred like
whoa.
that. Hatred like that lives
You hear
forever.
about fucking Seamus, dude?
So you guys hear me?
56.
Nice.
Can you hear? Can you hear everybody?
Yeah.
Yellow.
Yep. Welcome to the Irrelevant Illiterate Podcast.
Can you turn these up a little bit?
Sure.
Tell me. Just
Hello.
Just say
Here we
when.
go with the fucking demands already.
Turn me up in the headphone.
You can't
like
just put a
that?
piece of
You
velvet
like
in your
that?
earpiece.
Is that? Like, do you want to talk nice and close, or
It's up
how
to
do you guys do?
Whatever
normally
you
sit?
want.
Whatever's comfortable.
If you're a good voice projector, you don't need
Yeah.
to like be on it.
Well, I feel like if I can hear myself clearly,
good. That's
I want
good.
to be able.
Yeah.
I want to be able to hear you guys just as
Yeah.
loud
That's
as
good.
possible.
Just
Yeah.
as long as you're not pulling a Mark Green on us.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
You mean like this?
retreating.
I'm all
And it
the
gets
way-
further back
I'm all
as
the way-
the
I'm all the way
episode
back
goes
here.
on.
Well, the way you sit, you got to pull that a little closer. Sometimes you talk away from the mic like that because you got to turn your head.
Well, I moved him away from the mic to breathe in. Chocolate rain.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I hate that I got that.
That's like one of the only references I have that you do get. I was like, what the fuck is this idiot talking about? Christ. Ugh.
All right. Well, Dennis has given me permission to.
Yeah, intro the episode, dude.
Yeah, welcome to the
Nice.
Irrelevant Illiterate
Great
Podcast.
job.
I bomb it, he bombs it.
Dennis is throwing it off the backboard for me this week. I'm going to pseudo-host this episode because I've known our guest the longest.
Ooh.
We would like to welcome, for the first of hopefully many times, Mr. Kurt Fowles.
Yay.
Hello, everybody.
Bucket.
I think I've known him
The
just as
applause-
long.
the applause button is not working
The
still.
fucking board, dude.
I think I've known him just as long.
I might have a year or two on you.
Okay.
I was thinking. I feel like around pretty much around the same
same
time.
time.
Definitely you first, and then you shortly after.
Well, then I'm third longest.
Yes.
10
Who's this guy?
Always a bridesmaid.
When I first started doing this shit, I reached out to him for like videography tips and
yeah.
shit.
So yeah, we,
Yeah. See, you didn't take any of my advice.
I can't afford to. I can't afford to yet.
out the gate.
Sorry.
I love it.
I deserve it.
if you see an opening, you go for that fucking thing.
Yeah.
I feel that's like we're all like friends. That's
yeah.
why because of the
No,
humor
yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's like you can't
No.
rip on somebody.
Yeah.
You know, you can dish it out too. Don't
no
worry.
boundaries.
You know.
No boundaries. So yeah, I mean, you're quite the Renaissance man. I mean, you've been in multiple bands. You have multiple endeavors under your belt, and we want to hear about all of them. This is
Absolute
we have a segment on this show titled "Our Friends Do Cool Shit," and we just basically want to make this episode one long "Our Friends Do Cool Shit" segment.
Love that.
Where we just talk about like the literal like dozen things you got going on in your life.
Yeah.
So let's just start from the beginning. Let's talk about how you started off. You kind of started off how we all started off. Like you've played in multiple bands. You're a fucking seasoned musician. You've traveled the world. You've done it all. Fucking being in original bands and like scabbing in bands. Fucking being a hired gun. For
yeah, definitely.
CDC.
Yeah, I've pretty much out of all my musical career, I've probably started 2 bands. Everybody else has been a fill-in, which turned into a full-time,
Hell yeah.
or something along those like a scab kind of thing for a short period of time.
Right.
Which I prefer.
Agree.
Was it you or Bose that told me the Moscow? You went to Russia with CDC, right?
I didn't go to that one.
Okay, so then it was Bose that told me
Yeah,
the
I was like, on
the
the
prostitutes
text
in the
chat
lobby
stuff.
story.
I was definitely the on the group chat of it.
Okay,
So you gotta
so
imagine
we'll skip
a
that one.
CDC group chat, even like today, is probably like 30 guys. There's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's like Bose and like all of like the people that it could possibly be on the next tour. It's like, geez.
Yeah.
You might be in the band next week, so don't mute this chat. So yeah, like, what was like your introduction to like, not just like playing, not just like being into hardcore or punk, metal, whatever, but like, what was your first like musical endeavor, like where you were the musician? Like,
I mean, I started playing guitar when I was like 5 years old. And, once I said I went to Margate schools, played an acoustic guitar. I wasn't in any kind of band, but just like he'd do like a talent show kind of thing. And
right.
played something like that, along with like saxophone. Everybody played the flute at some point. I'm sure.
It's pronounced saxophone.
Saxophone, sorry.
I'll play the recorder.
Yeah, played the guitar, the acoustic guitar for a really long time till, I don't know, about age 10. And actually I stopped for whatever reason. Probably picked up rollerblading or something instead.
Fuck yeah.
And then
grinding rails and curbs and shit. Yeah, sketching on public buses.
Yeah, taking out the two wheels in the middle to skate and whatnot.
Hell yeah.
And then
The
picked it up
devil's
again.
backbone.
Probably
It's fucking aggro.
picked it up again, like an instrument, probably about 14, 15 years old in high school.
Yeah, it's time to be cool again.
The razor wrist days.
Yeah, like just before that, really.
Okay.
And then because I didn't really meet, I knew Reed from Razors for a really long time because I went to school with him. But
we love ourselves some Reed.
Yeah,
Dennis
I've seen
will
him
co-sign
in
that
years.
one.
Yeah,
Last time I saw Reed was JC's 30th birthday party. So I mean, JC's my age.
Yeah,
so this was like 13, 14
I see
years
him
ago.
randomly.
Last time I saw him was the J Money benefit
At Trenton.
in Trenton.
Yeah.
At Champs. Him and George.
Yeah, because I saw him and George together because Sad State of Affairs played JC's birthday party, and I saw Reed out in the parking lot eating a slice of pizza while stretching before they went on. And I was like,
You don't want to cramp
Yeah.
up to it.
yeah, I was like, this is the most on-brand like Reed thing I've seen, and I haven't
It
seen
is.
you in years, so yeah.
It's the
So yeah, like I think when like that era of like Razor Wrist and like all those Jersey
How
Shore
old
bands.
were you when
Sure, go ahead.
the Razor? Well, you're on the subject of Razor now. No, but like how old were you like
stop plugging
in
this.
the Razor Wrist thing? Like you were like
Well, I had
16 maybe?
Nah, I was a little bit older than that. Because like George and Reed and all those guys, like they were about a year or two under me. So I was
Really?
I was like 18 or 19, I think, around that
okay.
time.
You were a
Because they used to
fresh-faced
come in.
boy.
They used to come into Acme supermarkets where I worked, and George was like, "Oh, I heard about you through Reed. He said you should. He said you'd be in a band."
Nice.
You guys are fellow supermarket veterans.
That's right.
Yeah, I worked at Acme for a long time, for about
ShopRite
5-6
boy.
years, and I worked for ShopRite for 7 hours. Swear to God, I did overnight. I started like at 11 to 7.
Yeah.
I made it till maybe not even 7 hours, like till like 4 a.m. And I was like, I'm done. And they were like, no, we're not done till 7. I was like, no, I'm done.
No, I
don't want to do this anymore. This is not
I'm
where I
not
foresee my future
coming
of
back, yeah.
I'm
career.
sure you're not.
The vibes are off. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I have a similar
Not
story
feeling it, guys.
where I just took it and did it and made it last for way too fucking long.
My
22 years later.
my last day working in a grocery store was an overnight. Also,
We gotta work overnight. I thought we'd just be like chilling and shit.
Yeah.
I also thought that it was the day.
Isn't the supermarket closed? What the fuck?
My Xbox misses me.
Why do you got me doing shit?
It was
There's not even any customers in this
That
bitch.
was basically what happened.
Sunday night into Monday night when the Birds won the Super Bowl in 18. Was it 18 or 17?
Yeah. Well, 17, 18.
Whatever year that
Because it
was.
changes. Yeah.
Yeah, it goes into next season or the next year.
Like you saw Philadelphia that night. I was in the city and I was like, oh fuck, I have to be at work at 10 o'clock. So I
would've
went
quit.
there and then I chilled in the break room for a while and took a nice little nap and they did not like that very much. So they let me go. And I was like, well, fuck it.
Where?
So like I mean, your humble beginnings were with like Razor Wrist, and then like you eventually joined
CDC.
CDC.
Yeah, and actually another one.
Then like years spent cold, and like you
Death
started.
Deals Part.
Death
So
Deals-
actually,
yeah.
it
For-
went Razor Wrist for X amount of time, and then into Death Deals Part. Played with
DD
them
up.
for a long time. Yeah, DD up.
DD up. Make
And
DD
then-
up yours. I had that shirt.
And then John, like for some reason, actually remember Jay Forsland.
Yeah.
Jay was
yeah.
like, dude, I love this band CDC. We gotta go see them. Went and saw them at some venue in like I have no somewhere in
Well,
Pennsylvania.
that's
obviously.
how I met
Was
you
it the
originally.
Trap YMCA?
No,
Jay-
it was like
Lansdale?
J4.
it was like Lansdale somewhere.
J4 booked Dead and Buried on a show. I want to say it was Del Laredo's Upstairs,
Okay.
and Razor Wrist was the opener.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it was Nailed Right In, Set Ablaze.
Yeah, the Weed
and
tour.
Repercussion, I think, played
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, it was before I think you might have sang a show, I think.
I sang one show for Repercussion.
Maybe it
It
wasn't.
was at the.
You were there.
It was at the Bordentown Ramada.
Yeah.
You were at that show, Mike, because I have a picture of us at front with the marquee that says "We Tour," and you're in the big picture.
That was that was Harry Cats, wasn't it?
no, that was New Jersey.
Imagine having.
We did like
memory.
5 shows. It was a tour of like seriously 5 bands.
Jersey,
which is way too
PA, and
fucking
like
many.
another place in PA.
Well, yeah, it was like Repercussion, Dead and Buried, Set Ablaze, Nail Right In, and like Strike Back, and maybe some bands took one night off, but it was just too much. And like I think the longest we went from each show was like a 2-hour gap,
Yes.
like drive.
Everyone went home every night.
That's a tour where we sleep in
Sounds
our own
awesome.
beds every night.
Like the opener-
That sounds great.
like
At-
all
at
the
43,
openers-
I'm like, yo, that's fucking
Dude, 2
sick.
days.
And like
Yeah.
all the openers would be like, "Yo, do you want to play Lansdale tomorrow? Can you get there?" Like this time, and like some people were like, "Yeah," and then they would just come with us.
Hell yeah.
That's the thing about living in the Northeast where we are. We could book like a 4-day tour
Yeah,
and sleep home every night.
So what band did you like get the most miles
5.
with? Like where did you like see most of the world?
with CDC the most.
Okay.
Yeah, from I think it was at 2005 might have been my first tour with them, and the first tour was a 2-month-long tour, doing like I think it was like 40 states.
Okay.
At that time, just like pretty much like all the way around to California and back around. Then that's when they started doing international. When we started, the first stuff was like Germany and Belgium.
I was gonna say because
and-
they went to Europe like once or
Immediately.
twice a year.
Yeah.
At minimum.
like the first time they went was the first the first time they went also first time that I went with them.
Okay. And that was with Kalen too, right?
That was Kalen. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kalen was
Yeah.
singing, and then yeah, that was before, I mean everybody had like a cell phone, but you couldn't have like no one had an international plan at the time.
Right.
That's how long ago it was, and Kalen was the only one. Surprised he probably talked about this when he was on it.
He did
Maybe
not.
didn't? Okay.
This is news to me.
He was the only one to have like a working phone over there.
Did he buy
So we,
cards or something?
no, we just all used his phone, and the phone bill was like $3,000 in the end.
Jesus Christ.
Because we were always calling home and like just
Dude.
calling till I learned we could go to stay at people's houses, and then in the middle of the night just use their house phone and just call home. So those people would be getting these huge bills.
Oh, yeah. Fuck them,
Remember when phone companies could just fuck you like that?
That's still the same.
man.
You remember?
Yeah,
tours?
they still do.
Remember tours when you had to stock up on phone cards before you fucking left? Or that might be.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
old man thing.
Yes.
I did have a Virgin Mobile
Sorry.
phone at one point.
Sorry. Sorry.
My first tour I ever went on, I just got an iPhone for the first time.
You fucking young little shit.
One of
It was
the
2011, whatever.
dude, one of the last tours, real long tours I did with Dead and Buried, only our bassist had an iPhone, and we were using it as like because it had the GPS feature, and it kept taking us down like one-way streets,
Yeah.
and like dead ends and stuff. And Tingle was calling it the lie phone, and it was like the funniest thing ever because you've been lost for like 3 hours. Yeah, shit, I was like, oh,
Maps
That's
was
so funny.
shitty back then.
Yeah, I remember touring with John Bose. That was how I really learned how to read a map. He would be like, he'd multitask. Like he'll have a map in one hand and his laptop in the
fun.
other.
Yeah, of
like,
course.
or maybe
Yeah.
like some kind of computer type device, maybe a BlackBerry at the time. But he was like, we would go on tour and have a map. It wasn't even MapQuest. It was just straight up a
was a
map, and we
map.
get to the
Yeah.
shows. It was like
Do you have a
it was
Thomas
insane.
guide too?
Steering with his kneecaps.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like-
Now it's like he literally
Probably-
has his laptop here,
Probably
cell phone in his
eating.
hand,
Yeah.
eating, change the radio station.
he's also on the
Yeah.
phone with some random person in like another state, just
Yeah.
talking.
at like 4 a.m.
About God knows what.
Yeah.
And then he almost kills you, and you're like, "Whoa, no!" And he's like, "Ah, shut the hell up!" Like,
Like so many times I would have a missed call. It'd be like 4:30 a.m. And I'm like, why the fuck is John calling me at 4:30 a.m.?
Because it's 12 p.m. where
Yeah.
he is, so he thinks like, oh, I'll just call, give Dennis a call. Like he'll want to chat.
Or like he's nodding off behind the wheel. He's like, I'll see if this guy's awake. Like, Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Now you call him, he never answers
No.
ever.
He'll call you back 2 months later. You're like,
Yeah.
I did call you, didn't I? Holy shit.
That's the best.
Can't knock that
Bastard.
man's fucking hustle.
So yeah, I did get the most. Sorry, back to that. Did get the most like mileage with CDC, and even with like
And then you did Year Spent Cold.
Year Spent Cold wasn't as like it was usually within around a radius like we're talking. I think we did one tour with like it was like Kids Like Us or something like that, and the Mongoloids, where we kind of did like a East Coast into like Texas area.
Because you guys all kind of like popped off on that Eulogy run like
Yeah.
around the same time. Like
Yeah.
all three of those bands like had a record out were like at the height of your popularity.
Yeah, it was like 2009, 10, around
Yeah.
that kind of era.
Okay.
So yeah, that like toured with them not as much as always just like bigger, like random bigger shows at the
Okay,
time. But
cool.
CDC was the one that was like obviously trying to take over the world with like Asia and Africa and all kind of and like
and
Madagascar.
He would do runs that were like, well, you think you're like the shit doing like a week. John was booking CDC tours that lasted like 2-3 months. It's like, yeah, that guy is an enigma.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of a good segue into like what we wanted to talk to you the most about, and it's like you're one of the few people whose entire career is like you have like this subculture to thank for it, because I feel like the work that you see people like a John Bose or like other people that you've been in bands with like put in, like the work ethic that they have is kind of like ingrained in like your work ethic with your business now.
Yeah.
And it's all like this, it's like this entire like grassroots like, I don't want to say entrepreneurial thing, it's kind of a douchey way to say it, but like it is like, it's for lack of a better term.
Yeah,
like,
start from scratch.
Like you took this like DIY work ethic that like you learned from being in bands and going to shows and like put it towards your livelihood. And like I'm sure ever since you were a kid being in like, you know, little like ticky-tack bands, like local bands, like you've always seen like some dickhead on the side of the stage with like a shitty camera like filming the set, and you're always like, oh, I could do a better job than that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what like kind of like planted a seed in you.
Sort of. It was kind of like, I mean, I just always loved photography and videography, but like I've always just carried around a camera like on tour, and I was always the one taking the photos and making little like, actually like I was making like Instagram reels before that was even the thing.
Right.
Just making highlights and making little stuff for like MySpace and things like that. And then it just kind of like slowly grew into what it was, and I've had so many crazy crappy jobs from then, like at grocery stores and digging holes and all sorts of stuff between tours, getting fired, quitting to go on tour again. Worked for a company, and I was doing like their like marketing, where I was doing like little videos and advertisement. You guys probably have heard of the company by this point now.
Scheduling posts.
It's called Skull Shaver, which is that
Yeah,
shaving
yeah.
head, that head product.
Yeah.
That was
I
me.
remember, yeah, I
I was all the
remember.
artwork, or I was all the commercials, advertisement for that company at the time.
Sick.
I remember I saw you at the Flyers game
Right.
that one time, because you
Yeah.
were like out there like with the big truck like in the parking
Yeah.
lot, like doing like the promo
Dude,
for it.
Tommy Loomis is on the side of the RV thing. I think he's still on it, by the way.
course he is.
I used to be on the back. They might have peeled me off because they fired me. But so that's kind of what
The
so
one
I-
dude that needs to shave his head is the spokesperson for a fucking head shaver.
But I was with that company for probably about 3 years or so, and just started doing photo and video on the side, and they kind of got pissed off about it and let me go. And I was like, all right, I think I went on Facebook and just said, hey, I'm going to be doing video and full time, like video and photo full time. Who needs work, basically? And then from that point on, just kind of picked up. But leading back into it, I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for like all the bands I used to tour with and travel with and talk to and be friends with and start taking their promo videos, photos,
Make
all that kind of things,
connections.
which led into it. Then they're getting married, then they're having kids and getting, like all sorts of things
So
come
now
up.
you're
They-
documenting like even more serious
it becomes like into
stuff,
their
yeah.
family. Then it starts to be like, like then they all start their own businesses where they're like, hey, I'm not in a band anymore. I do landscaping. I'm a barber, tattoo artist. So it's like, it was unlimited at the time,
Yeah,
which
so you
still
just got
kind of is.
You got an endless pool to fucking
Yeah.
pull from, yeah. Yeah, it's good to like not be that one trick pony that like just documents like hardcore shows or metal shows.
Well, that's why I think I feel like I survived like when during like COVID happened, when like nobody was doing anything. That was like, because if you're doing just music and doing just bands and music or just weddings, like
And none of those things are
you couldn't
happening.
do any of those
Yeah.
things. But I was working with like restaurants and barbershops and other medical facilities and all those other things that like needed that essential worker. So like I felt like I even did financially better during that time than I did just regular,
It's
which kept me going and making more connections and things like that. So there's so many more things that came along with that.
It's also cool that like as you grow older, it's like the dudes you met that are just band guys, and you're doing just basically, either it be like music videos, promos, shit like that. As they get older, they start doing more than just their own music. They're also doing, like you said, their businesses, like their weddings and shit like that. So it's like, as you get older, like these people are growing as people, so they need more stuff documented than just their whatever bands, live shows. So yeah, that's just more work as you get older and they get older, and you keep the same clientele because they've worked with you before. So why not have this guy do my wedding? Why not have this guy do my kids, like whatever?
I've done like birthday parties
Yeah.
and like gender reveals and like and weddings and things like that. Like tons of things that have come along from just one client.
Any brisses?
Any what?
Any brisses?
Oh, like the
Yeah,
no, I haven't. That's not on my.
That's when he tests his
It's not on
blur
the
It's not on my
feature.
portfolio.
That's when he tests his blur feature.
But you
So
think about it.
you know what box you got to check off next. You've accomplished so much, like, but you just got to keep.
It's an untapped market.
Yeah, you got to keep breaking that ceiling, man. So yeah, I mean, you kind of already answered this question, but I was like wondering, like, what ultimately inspired you, or maybe not inspired, but like, what was like that final tipping point where you're like, fuck this, like, I'm tired of like working like a check to check job, like, I'm gonna lean into this full time. Like, was there something that made you realize like I could really do this? Like, this
I never
could be-
really thought I could really do this. Like I wasn't like, yeah, like I could do it. It was just like, I think I'm telling you, I literally got fired from that job, which I was making like at the time was like 40, 50 grand. I was getting benefits. I was like, I could die at this company. Like I thought I was going to be there for like the long run. So I didn't really have any future plan of like, I'm going to leave here one day and do photo video and that's become my full time. However, I have always had like the entrepreneur mind where I'm like, oh, I'm going to start this. I'm going to do that. I just never had the money to make it a thing. Luckily for what I do for a living, that like a camera, I mean, don't get me wrong, cameras are expensive, but they're not like unobtainable. So luckily I was able to get a camera and kind of move towards that, which is why I was able to have like an entrepreneur business, which makes more money to pay at the camera and keep it growing. It wasn't like I needed to go spend 20
gear that
grand.
pays for itself after X amount of years
Exactly.
of doing it like full time, right?
Yeah. So like, I think it was like literally getting fired from that job. And like seriously, I think it was like the end of that day. I literally went on like, said Facebook, Instagram, and said, "Hey, like I'm going to be doing video and photo. Like, who's interested?" And then just started. I think I'll probably go back to the post. I'll bring it up somehow. But I think I said like I'm looking for 10 people. And I'll do 10 free videos as long as you reshare it and say where it came from. And I got like like salons and barbershops and tattoo artists and landscapers, and I just went and did my best, whatever I could do. And then like it started just tiring, gigs just came of it. So I was like, okay, I got all this content to kind of showcase what I can do. Like I started, $50, $200, like nothing crazy. Like I used to do music videos for $200 at the time. So it's, it just kind of and it just grows to what it is. Obviously to start low,
This is
to
probably
build
where we
the
sh-
clientele.
This is where we should say what the name of your business is, by the way.
Oh shit.
That was my bad, but
Yeah.
Serious.
Yeah, serious
with an S.
Yes, yeah.
And send me that graphic, and we'll put it right here.
Oh yeah.
And we will put links to the Sirius socials in the description on this episode.
Because you not only do photography and videography, but you provide studio space for it too, right? Or did you sell?
Yeah, so recently, within the past month, I did just sell my studio.
Okay,
that
which is the Reservoir.
Which is the Reservoir, which I've had for about 5 years now.
Okay.
Which that also just kind of started at like a whim where I was working for a client and he had a gym downstairs and was like, "Yeah, dude, upstairs looks cool. You should shoot a music video up there." And I went upstairs. It was a rundown 2,500 square foot warehouse, just broken windows, looked like a grungy, like metal band music video space. And I was like, cool.
It looked like Surreal Studios, like that place that everybody's ever practiced in Philly.
Yeah, we practiced there for years.
I practiced there several times.
Yeah.
But
it looked just like that.
Yeah, and it just was just a rundown. And I just basically said to him, he's like, "Oh, you should like rent it out like to other people." I was like, "Well," I basically said, "Hey, I'll give you X amount of money for like 6 months and let me see what I can like turn it into."
Right.
And I put it up on like Peerspace, which is like kind of like an Airbnb, like for studio space basically. Had some like, it was like, I've realized that it's a rapper studio. You know what I mean? Like it's a hip hop studio is what it is. Like metal bands were like coming in because of me and pop punk and stuff, but everything else was like a rapper wanted to come through, some kind of R&B artist. But rappers started renting it right away because it was run down and grungy and they wanted to have flashy lights and make it look super cool.
Cool.
And then over time, just slowly built it up too. Just kept all the money from that into it because I had my video business separately. So all the money from the studio just stayed in the studio, built it all up. 5 years, and I just sold it to a friend who's running it now, and I still have partnership in it. So I
was
still
gonna say, do you still use that space for?
Yeah, it's only been 1 month since I haven't owned it.
Okay.
But I still can go there, still shoot videos, still have friends come through.
Did you get a lot? Did you get a lot of people renting it for shooting podcasts there? I remember you offered that.
There was probably that was my other New Jersey studio, which I had for like probably about 4 to 5 months, where I had like an actual podcast studio set up with like TVs and shit. Like literally, all you needed to do, like basically everything I have here, all you need to do is just show up, and you could be a
Kind of like a
podcast.
plug in and play.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
guys.
dude, if you paid it was $30 an hour for 2 hour minimum. So you paid $60. You could bring as many people, 4 microphones, 4 headphones. You could just show up and do your podcast, and then for like extra X amount of money, I would show up and be like, and film it, multi-camera, put a video together, like do exactly what we're doing here. But that's what I was renting out at my Jersey studio. But that only lasted for a short period of time. But then some people have done it at the Philly studio as well.
That's
Just like in the vintage room or in the open space. But it has, obviously, you've seen it has like ton of potential for so many applications.
Nice.
And that's that.
Nice. So I know you've like branched out into multiple side hustles over the past 5+ years as well. The only one I remember is the coffee that you did.
Yeah.
You said that's coming back.
I would I would like to bring it back. Before I was just doing color private labeling, where I was basically getting a roaster to give me a blank bag, which is their coffee, working with the bands, doing custom designs, giving them limited edition stuff that they could sell for like almost like people put knives and hats. Like it's like a merchandise item.
Yeah. So you were doing basically like custom runs of coffee for actual bands.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like your brand. It was your branding, but it was.
It was,
like you said,
it was a
merch.
collaboration of it. Like I mean, like I see it all. I see so many things happen nowadays. That's like that.
Well, yeah, you see so many bands putting out so many random pieces of merch.
It's like the same when like bands put out like an IPA, like a beer, and it's basically just a local brewery saying, "Hey, we'll throw your name on the can for like a certain run." Yeah.
That's what like. I don't remember if that's exactly what kind of gave me the idea, but it was like as you hope you know, I love like Deftones. So Deftones puts out a new beer all the time. Yeah. So when I remember seeing that come out, I was like, oh, like, but then it has been done for years. So it's like, and I was like, I had so many friends in bands, it just kind of worked out. And I actually started off with that Philadelphia band, Gloves Off.
Yeah,
like Cody.
You did the Gloves Off coffee.
The Gloves Off. The second one after that.
Was it called Gloves Offie?
God damn it.
Damn it. I'm bringing it back, so I'll hit them up again. But then it was like right after that, it was only 3 or 4 bands that we've actually worked with, and because then COVID hit right after that. But it was like the Acacia strain, which did pretty well, and then I did Vane. Might have been before they were Vane FM. Yeah, Vane really, but that's where I was like, okay, that's where I was like, this is going to be huge because they did so Acacia strain. I think did 100 bags in 30 days, which I thought was great at the time because like Gloves Off only did a few with their friends and like they did a decent amount, 30 bags,
and they're at that Acacia strain level.
Yeah, I thought and I love the guys Acacia strain, like good friends with those dudes, like it's like awesome, and they did great. Like they did like 100 bags within 30 days, and then Vane did 800 bags in an hour.
Jesus.
So that's when because they're a merch band.
Like, I was gonna say that's better than their Windbreaker did.
Yeah, they contacted me immediately, and they were like, because I was doing it where it was like I would sell it for you. You like basically I would do all the work, and you wouldn't do anything, and I was give you your cut of it, or you could buy it from me, and then you guys sell it on your own, and do what do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
They just said you do it, you sell it, blah blah blah, give us our cut. Once I was seeing how quickly it was going, they called me up like, hey, like take that off, stop it, like we want to buy the rest from you. And then I was like, oh, that's fine. And then they realized how much work they had to do, and we just kept continue selling it. So I think they did like 1,000 over that time.
Jesus.
And then I had
you could put
Knock Loose was up next. And then COVID.
You're just fucking printing money now, man.
And then because that different shade of blue, where it was called,
right?
That was coming out, and I was gonna try to find a way to make like the coffee like not blue, but do something blue related. Yeah. Was in talks with them, and then the roaster, and then COVID hit, and they said that we're not doing any kind of outside stuff. We're only keeping it internal because of employees and stuff like that. So
probably
that kind of
handling food was probably really
it was just like it was
too.
immediate. As soon as it happened, it just stopped, and I just kind of halted everything from that point on because I went back to talk to them again, and the guy that I worked with wasn't there anymore. It was just like more of a hassle, so I haven't really brought it back. And I'm like, and that's why I started doing the studio. I was like, how many more things can I keep taking on till it's like overwhelming of like weddings, photo booth, music videos, a studio, personal life. It was like so, and being in a band. I was like, something's got. Yeah, I had to start cutting things out and start weaning it down before I, like, money's great. I'm like, cool, but I'm like, I can't keep track of like.
Could you see yourself like playing in a band still, or is that like part of your life behind you?
No, I feel like I'd like to still play, but then maybe you guys probably get it at this point. Like I'm like, yeah, I love to play, and then they're like, yeah, you guys want to practice? I'm like, fuck, I'm not practicing anymore.
Again?
Just practice last month,
last year.
My favorite. We don't even have a show coming up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You reading from my fucking excuse book?
Yeah.
I wrote that one.
Yeah, but like the idea of like wanting to still play is there, but then it's just like
Logistics, dude.
I don't know what.
fucking
Yeah, it's just.
tough.
Yo, I don't mean playing on like a level that you used to, where like you
Yeah.
toured constantly, but
Oh, did we play? If I
like just
was
like
in
as a hobbyist, like just play, just even if you don't play a show, like
Or just like
get-
record a demo every
Yeah.
once in a while, every couple, like every year or two, and just have something to do.
yeah, I have a couple friends who have like
Yeah.
they, like hit me up and been like, yeah, like we want you to play this. It's like, even though I grew up in like the quote unquote hardcore scene, I don't know. I find myself more interested in playing like the metalcore, like deathcore kind of like technical metal. I don't know how to describe. I know it's probably like not cool anymore.
Well, no, I
Like,
mean,
you
like,
know,
that's-
like,
I mean,
it's just interesting to play. I feel like I like challenging
That's
myself.
the
So
style.
hardcore's like just chug, break down,
Yeah,
beat
yeah.
that, beat, punch
Yeah.
somebody in the face, break
it's
down.
a lot
again,
more
you know?
in depth, a lot more technical than, and then like you've grown as a guitar player, obviously, because you've been doing it so long. So it's like, do I still want to do the same simple
You don't
chug
wanna-
breakdown?
You don't want to live on 0134 forever.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
now it's
it's
like
like
5757.
like test my brain, like make me
Yeah.
do something that's gonna
Yeah.
like. It's like, we want you to play this like 3-chord like old school punk. And you're like, I'll get off my couch if you give me like some smart boy shit to play. Yeah, make it worth my while now. Yeah,
The closest I even came to picking up sticks again was for shit not even close to hardcore, because it's something different, you know.
yeah,
yeah, that's the thing. It's got to be something that probably holds your interest at our age, where we're just like,
It's gotta be.
I'm not gonna waste my time with
Yeah.
some shit just for the sake of doing
It's got to
it.
be something I haven't done before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna piss my time and effort away trying to wrangle people one day of the week to go practice. Or
No,
God,
my band dad days are over.
I will not do it again.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't miss like trying to be the one that like wrangles everybody, or
so
like
I-
corrals
you know,
like,
like-
irresponsible band members that like don't know how
Yeah.
to fucking dress themselves.
I give all my credit for everything, my business, bands, everything that I know about. Like I said, just that world. I would go back to John Bose.
Yeah.
Like he taught me how to.
For sure.
You don't even like teach it. You just see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, how-
that's the thing. You
how
learn
he
you
was the
learn
one-man
through
show.
osmosis with people like that. You
Yeah.
just watch them fucking work, and you're like, Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Like,
Wow,
you're,
it
you're
really can be
wired.
better.
Yeah, you're wired way differently.
Yeah.
Like,
So I felt that way.
but it's an attainable thing that you can get to. Like, if that's what you see yourself. Like,
takes a
if
little
you want to
effort.
like stay like, not even like a degree of separation away from like the ethics that came along with like being in a band or being in like a certain subculture, but like you watch people like that just like cut from a different cloth and like use that work ethic to like real world business ethics.
Yeah.
Like they kind of cross pollinate in and create this perfect marriage where you see something like a Cold Cuts printing like flourish the way it does because of that work ethic and because of like the ethics that he took from.
That's the thing. It's like I think people will like. You have to have the drive and the work ethic too. You can't just
Yeah.
be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna start business and just do it." You know what I mean?
John-
You have to have
but
the
that
motivation.
but that
and-
coupled with like the people skills ethics that you gain from being in such a very niche subculture, I feel is always like kind of it's like a leg up.
Well, what
Yeah.
he said
Yeah.
also
In the
with
business
John
world.
is like, I remember when John was briefly in Dead and Buried, he would come to practice and we would go over like what we have coming up and what we're gonna do.
By come to practice, you mean go to Cold Cuts to.
And
No, this
To
was
meet him.
this was before Cold Cuts was a thing,
Okay.
and he was just like, "That's how you're doing it," like because we had that real good like it's good enough mentality, and he's just like, "Well, you should do it like this, and this," and
That's
we're like,
so me now, dude.
and
It's
we're just like, this fucking guy, who the fuck does he think he is?
With standards
and then
and shit.
he leaves Dead and Buried to start CDC, and we're like, he's going doing this shit. Like, what the fuck? It'll be done, and like then it's like, oh, I'm going to Africa, and we're just like, we're playing, Northern Maryland. It's like, fuck us,
Again.
dude. It's just like. He was on that level before he had Cold Cuts. He had that. That's all you're gonna do. That's all you guys want to do. And we're like, yeah. And he's like, no. Further. And we just didn't bite. And it's a big regret of mine. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
So
like,
excluding Antarctica, CDC's been to every continent, right?
Yes.
I don't.
I think so.
We haven't. I mean, I don't think they have either. They haven't gone to like South America.
Okay.
That was in the plan. We were supposed to do like
I was
Brazil.
gonna say I thought they had definitely been there.
No, that was actually in the works at some point,
Give
and I
them
think it
time.
was like I can't remember who the tour was with, but it was probably like not like Sepultura or something like that, but like something that's like a band. It's a pretty big band from there at the time, but that never, as far as I know, I think I would know, but I don't think it ever came to be. But they've played all over. Like
Also,
it's
give him
wild.
time. He'll figure it out eventually. He'll go to South America.
Yeah. If
and
that man
well,
lives and
CDC
breathes, that's
I don't think CDC did. I don't think CDC has been to Australia either.
really.
John's been to
No
Australia.
way.
Yeah, I think John's been to Australia he was with Daylight, and I think somebody else at the time.
There hasn't been a CDC D's nuts like.
No, I seriously
That
thought he
would
went.
be
'cause,
that would be crazy.
I thought Dave Heck went with him once to
That-
do
that-
an Australia tour.
I don't know.
Oh, that
You're
might
asking the
have been-
wrong person.
I would have.
I figured you would
No,
know.
I would have went on that. I would have found a way to be there. I've not been to Australia yet.
because it was like your era of CDC that
Yeah.
I thought he went.
Dave
yeah.
Dave did Russia though. I think Dave was
Shit,
because I remember
okay.
seeing him in the photos with those hats on. You know.
How many CDC tours did you go on just because you were like, damn, like
I'll never get to go there.
yeah, like
otherwise.
I'll
Oh,
never get to go to
I-
that country.
I was at a job. Okay, I keep going back to my jobs. Like I quit / got fired. I was at one for about 7-8 years doing antique car insurance, and they would always let me go on tour and come back and do like almost do whatever. They hated it, but they just kind of let me keep coming back.
right.
And they were going. I came back from some tour that we just did. That was like a month long. Came back for like
Your
2
9 lives were up.
Yeah, for like 2 weeks, and then John was like, "Yeah, we're booking South Asia. Like we're going to like like Japan, China, Malaysia, Philippines. Like it was insane. It was like I was like, I can't not do this. I put in my request off, and they said like, we're not going to fire you, but if you decide to go, we're going to take it as voluntary termination. They gave me 1 month to decide if I was going to go or not, and at the end of like that time, I agreed to go. So I was like, I'm never gonna go to these places like again. Like this is with another band or something. But
This
like
opportunity might never come across my
Yeah.
desk ever again.
exactly, and I feel
I'd
like
be
with
a
like
fool not
family,
to.
which you guys probably understand with family, they're always like my family was always like, do stuff when you get older. You got to get a job and benefits, and you can go do that stuff later. I'm like, when am I ever gonna go do this with 4 to 5 of my best friends
Right.
on the band's dime?
That was my parents.
When you're
And-
40, yeah.
Yeah. What am I gonna do? Yeah, exactly. When I'm 40,
Yeah.
if I have like
Like oh, I gotta wait
older-
till I'm retired and like in my
Yeah.
60s, like I'm gonna go to fucking Southeast Asia. Like
yeah by myself.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Just
So-
fucking, yeah.
that was like, and I back to like a job again. Like, so I didn't go to Russia because I had a good job at the time and I was gonna quit. And John goes, dude, don't quit. You have benefits. Like, it's a really good job. Don't leave it. And I was there, and they got John. Who was it? John Lowe, I think, to fill in. I think it was, or maybe it was Dave Heck at the time because it was a Russia tour. And
I know he went to Russia with him.
yeah, it was probably that tour then for sure. Because the long story short of it was I was at this job. I did like it. I came back from a break. I texted the guys like, "Hey, good luck on the tour." They were leaving like on that day. Good luck on the tour. I got fired from that job that day. Not because of anything the band related. Because of something that like there was a new machine came in that for this company that I knew how to use, and I was going to be the one training people.
Right.
And I got an email that said like that it wasn't a mandatory meeting, so I went on my lunch. And they were like, "Well, you're gonna be the one training, so you shouldn't have went." Like I should have stayed. They said basically. And I kind of gave them an attitude like, "I'm gonna be the one training you guys anyway, so what does it matter?" They talked to me like one in the afternoon. They were like, basically like, you know, we didn't like how you were talking to us, like, and they fired me on the spot right there. And then I was like, "Fuck, I should have just quit because now I would be in Russia with these
Yeah,
guys."
you would have.
So that was one of my biggest
John
regrets,
Bo's
not
like, you guys
quitting.
need a second guitar
Yeah,
player?
you should have hit him up like, yo, like fly me out.
Yeah, I was definitely so bummed at that point.
Ugh.
So that's one I regret not quitting a job for an opportunity to do something like that. You know.
You got to keep that feeling of regret in the back of your head every time like there's an opportunity for your business now because like you gotta, like that's the thing, like you got to keep that mindset where you're like, if I don't fucking strike while the iron's hot, like I may never get a chance to do it again.
Yeah.
Which is what I feel like a lot of us that come from, you know, just being in bands, touring and like roughing it a lot and like, you know, doing what you got to do to like experience like all these things you would never experience otherwise, like that crosses over into the job world where like you can like, again, it's like a leg up.
Yeah. Now where I'm at in the career, it's a give and take depending on what it is, because it's like I found ways to maybe I'm not really getting that opportunity. I guess like sometimes like where let's say like there's a big gig that's coming up, but I really just don't want to do it. Most people like that I know will just be like, "No, I'm not available," or "My schedule's booked," and they'll turn it down.
Yeah.
What I've learned to do is take on every gig that comes my way, and then like I'll say it's, you know, X amount of money, subcontract somebody else to go and do it. So then they'll get paid whatever they want. So if it's $1,000, I'll say, hey, if you want to do this for $500, they go and do it, film it, edit it, they're done. I made $500 for nothing. So all these opportunities that still come my way, I don't lose out on these opportunities when it comes to financially or work. And then, or sometimes they'll go and film or take photographs, send it to me. I'll edit it, and I'm the one still dealing with the client. So when it gets reshared and posted, Serious Cinema still worked with that client, that customer, or things like that. So it still comes through me. Maybe I didn't travel, maybe I didn't go see a new state or city, but with touring so much in a band, and it sounds cocky saying this, doing so much of my life, like, it sounds really shitty saying this now I say that loud.
No,
I've done so much that I'm like, cool, I'm going to go to fucking Florida again. Or I'm going to go to Texas. Or I'm going to go to California.
Yeah, but you've built up your
Like-
brand to the point where you can subcontract trustworthy people. I'm
100%.
assuming trustworthy
Yeah, yeah.
people.
There's been a few.
Majority trustworthy
Right.
people, where like you feel like you can still put your stamp on your product, like, and still get the same quality that would have come from you.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, like all the opportunities just depends on what it is. Like something that I really want my stamp on, like I'll still go off and do it or be a part of it. Have my, like, you know, I still want to be the representation of, you know, what I want to go do. If something crazy I really haven't done, then I would really love to go and do it. But
What's something really crazy that you haven't done that like is on your bucket list, like with your company specifically? Like what's something you would want to film or document that like you haven't gotten to yet?
I guess it would probably be maybe a big band's music video. Maybe like I said, something like Deftones or even like Balance and Composure, which I do love. That's one of my other favorite bands. Working with a really like legacy band for me. We were talking about Australia. I would love to travel to Australia to do something. And I would like to do some kind of maybe like a documentary. However, and I've had many opportunities for, not right, I don't know if it's opportunity, but like people have come to me to film documentaries. Then I'm like, cool, like what's the budget behind this? Or what's the thing? And it's like, there is no.
We don't have money.
Yeah. Like, oh no, this is going to lead to something. And it's like, but I would love to have a company to be like, yeah, we have like 10, 20 grand to toss your way and we're going to send you off to something like to do this for us. That's it.
Would you
I
ever
just don't know
wanna-
what it is yet.
Want to do something like along the lines of like doing your own documentary, doing your own like feature work where like
No,
no?
just kidding.
Oh,
Like,
yeah? I mean, fair enough. I mean,
I mean, something like that I'm interested in.
yeah.
Yeah, like would you do something from scratch just
Yeah.
on your own?
Probably not. Only because I feel like I'm dedicating my
You'd
time
have
to
put a
that
lot
when I
more
be.
work in.
What's that?
You have to put like way more work, and you'd have to sacrifice doing other things to actually take time to like script out something or
Yeah.
Yeah,
stuff
I'm
like
also
that.
lazy at the same time. As much as I'm like a
There is
go.
yeah, like it's like it would feel more like a passion project and not so much like something that's gonna have like any return to it.
Yeah, I mean, like the idea, like I feel like that would be cool to find something I'm interested in and be like, this is cool, you know, to do my own version of it, or depending on what it is or who it's on or myself or whatever hell it could be. But then I'm like, I feel like I'd be missing out on opportunities elsewhere.
Right.
Because I'm like, oh, I'm like spending time to go. I don't know. I have no clue what the topic would be or what the
There's-
you know.
well,
like, say-
I'm,
say, like-
I'm wasting time doing this when I
Like,
could
oh,
be doing that.
I'm following
huge
this band
time
on
sink.
tour.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm following this band on tour and like documenting their tour and like like putting all my eggs in this one
Yeah.
basket while I could be back home doing
You think
like
that's
a
like
million
You
things.
think that's like a FOMO thing?
Not really.
Like you could miss out on better work or something? Or?
I guess I keep correlating everything to like financially, because it's like I want to like
You don't want to stop the
like-
train.
yeah, like I just feel like I'm like, okay, if I'm not making
Well-
money doing this, then I could be making money doing that. Unless I was able to, as I said, get a budget from somebody or something or a company to be like, hey, this covers this,
Yeah.
which
Right.
makes it worth it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I've done hundreds of things like pro bono for friends, family, complete
Yeah.
strangers, like first things. So it really just depends. But I feel like a documentary or something a long time concept. It's just like it's just too much time, in my opinion.
Well, at our age, time is more valuable than money, in my opinion.
100%.
Like if you're gonna take up like months of my time on some like like I said, passion project, like it better be worth
It
my
better
time.
be worth it.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't even have to be monetarily worth my time, but like the end product needs to be something that like I'm gonna be super.
Yeah,
proud
I'm
of.
also
I'm gonna be
maybe
able
as
to like.
passionate.
Yeah, I'm gonna be able to like look at that finished product and be like, holy shit, like I did that.
So if Mitchell Fletcher hits you up about doing the year spent cold documentary, you'd be like,
Yes!
sorry, bro, I got other shit going. Yeah.
I got to retain
Well,
it.
actually, like I mean, I want to say, I guess it was kind of a little documentary. Like John Bose did hit me up one time to like create like a kind of, I guess, like a little mini movie of like all the old footage that he's ever had of, from like cell phones and shows and just like things, just like a compilation of everything that's ever been done CDC related.
A CDC,
but I'm like, fuck,
That
I
would
gotta
be
go through.
so long.
a
Dude, I
CDC documentary would actually probably be fucking
Oh my God.
super interesting.
I
And
think so
doable.
too, because
Just wrangling all the people, like the ex members, the tour lineups, getting everybody together. That's a logistical fucking nightmare I would never put my foot into.
But
with that
all
being
jokes
said, with
aside,
the Zoom
if you
calls,
were,
it's a lot easier now.
yeah,
Yeah,
if
true.
you were able to pull that off, all CDC jokes aside,
It'd be insane.
that would be like, even if you've never heard of CDC, even if you're not into hardcore, like I feel like if you actually sat down and watched that documentary, you'd be like, what the
Because it's
fuck is going
yeah.
on?
which you guys all get it and know, like it is all like DIY from day one.
Yeah.
So it's like to see, like, what was it?
Yeah, and these kids were how old when they did this?
Yeah.
Holy
Exactly.
shit, yeah.
Oh, it was used to just be like, like I said, I relate, everything goes back to John. You know what I mean? I say
Yeah.
my business and how things are handled with like John, just go back on MySpace and just be like, we want to post a bulletin.
Johnny Cold Cuts.
Yeah, but yeah. John would be like, we want to play. Sorry, I keep making all this fucking noise. Like, we want to play here. And then we just get messages like, that's how we got the Asia tours. Like, hey, we want to play this, and that. People would hit us up and start messaging them and say, hey, we'll do so-and-so. He'd be like, okay. He would kind of book it. From what I remember, have them kind of front the money or pay for everything. And then when we go do the tour, they would all get paid back. So we would leave with $0. Like, we wouldn't.
Back,
I mean,
back
maybe-
when you
may-
couldn't vet things as closely as you
Yeah.
can now. Like, you're like, all right, like I'm going to fucking Indonesia. Like,
Yep.
we'll see if this is like a real fucking thing when we get there.
Oh yeah, no, dude, that's how we felt like showing up to Japan. We got off the plane, we're like looking, we're like looking for like our people to be like pull. They have a whole fucking sign that says like CDC with a bunch of like Japanese letters on it,
yeah.
and said like welcome, and it was super cool.
That rules.
But yeah, like I said, I always go back to John. Like I want to like he taught me how to. Like I said, didn't teach. It was just like you see it.
Yeah.
How to run bands, how to be a band dad, how to do so and so, and then even with Cold Cuts, when he did Cold Cuts, it still does. I watched. Obviously, everybody makes mistakes. I made mistakes, like in general. I've watched his business make mistakes, and I've learned not to do them, which got me past those humps. So I didn't have to deal with like.
Sometimes the most valuable lessons are.
Yeah, I remember
not
talking
do.
to him and being like, "Hey, like I think I want to start getting like employees and having like editors and have like a whole team." And he said something like, like, don't do that. You can just do like outsourcing and just freelancing stuff like that. And I think that kind of saved me from making a mistake of getting employees and having to go have like. I don't want to be responsible for anybody's paycheck. Like if we didn't get a job for 2 weeks, this person's still expecting a paycheck.
Yeah.
Right.
But a freelancer, it's like, hey, here's one gig. Go off and find your own gig now.
Yeah.
So I'd never had any employees, which I think was a good advice from him to kind of, I learned from like not just mistakes, but how he ran his business, which got me to where I was. And
He would trigger
who
the
not what to do.
tripwire so you didn't have to.
Yeah. He was he was always
Yeah.
out in front of me.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
a human shield.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much, yeah. Like I said, when it comes to the forefront with bands, like because I felt like a band dad when I was in Garland Green with like Tommy and Bueller and all them, because which I kind of felt like, I don't know how to describe it. It was like that when I was in there. I guess I felt cocky because I was like, I've toured, I've done this, I've put out records. I know what to do because I've done.
By then, you
my
were the
scroll.
elder.
Yeah, here's
Yeah.
my scroll of like success of being in a band, what we should do. And I would come to them and be like, here's what we should do. They'd be like, no, we're not doing like that. We're doing this. We're doing opposite. Blah 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 blah.
We just
I'm
want
like,
to play VFWs
Yeah.
in Clayton.
and I'm like, I've done this
Yeah.
100 times. This is what we should do. And was like, and then eventually I would just like, okay, I'm gonna take a step back, and I just wouldn't do it. And then something would happen. It would like.
We don't
not
want to go to
this-
Japan. We want to play fucking Franklinville.
We wanna play a
dude,
beef in
I got
here.
assigned to
Like,
like Phil with Hate Records, which was like all the
Yeah,
records. Like it was
yeah.
doing stuff with like
They're the Euro label, right?
yeah, and they were like, dude, they were putting out the record. They were doing crazy shows, putting us on the radio out there. I was gonna get us out there, and it was like it was like so many things. I'm like, I'm gonna do this. Till it became like a big like headache of having to like be the one and then being the bad guy by making all the
Yeah,
decisions.
It's not fun.
And it was like, we're in a band. We have to all make decisions. I was like, every band I've been in, it was just one guy.
Yeah, usually it's the one
Yeah.
Yeah.
responsible person.
Like I said with John, it was like he designed the merch, he sold the merch, he drove, he got the art, he got the vans, he paid for the insurance, he did everything, he booked the shows. So that's how I learned. I'm like, okay, I'm that guy now. And everyone's trying to tell you what to do. I'm like, I listen to somebody, you should listen to me, which sounds cocky, but it's like, I've done this. I've done so.
Yeah, but you're trying to
Yeah.
pay forward all of like the fucking jewels that like Bose passed to
100%.
you. Like, you're not trying to be.
I'm not gonna mislead anyone.
You're not trying to be a slave driver. You're just
Yeah.
trying to be like, this is what's worked, this is what hasn't worked, and I'm trying to like put you on like fucking game.
Exactly.
As a new band, like if you want the success levels that the bands you look up to had, like this is what you got to do to get
Yeah.
it. So yeah, that's like at surface level. Like it sounds cocky.
Yeah,
But you know, in hindsight, it's not.
Yeah, it's just and I love everybody I've ever been in a band with. Never had any kind of bad blood or no offense. Bad blood.
Well,
I saw what he did there.
But yeah, like I said, it just became the mentality of, like I said, like just like I'm just like WWJD. Like, what would John do?
nice.
I mean, it's a smart little practice. Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
I don't know, Dennis. You got anything you want to?
Oh, I do. We're gonna get a
So I
little.
could ramble all day about just
No,
dumb
we're
shit. And
we're
things,
super
like,
happy that we finally got you on here to do just that.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
It's long overdue.
Now you know me compared to Mike, so this is gonna be a little more silly.
Oh boy.
Fucking strap in.
Oh yeah. We have
Give me a shot.
we have a regular occurrence on this podcast. This is where we really get to know you and how you really roll. This is 12 of the hardest questions you've ever been asked in your entire life. This is Gripping Inquiries, Mr. Kurt Fowles.
All right.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready?
Yes. Go.
Okay, that wasn't one of the questions. That's just like a teaser.
Question 1: Are you ready?
Question that actually has been done before because I'm lazy. Question number 1: Ever get out of a shower and wrap a towel around your head and shoulders and call yourself Kurt Towels, Russian Grandma?
Not yet.
Correct answer. Starting off really well here. Question number 2: Ever find yourself in situations or ordeals?
Situations or ordeals? Yes. Daily.
Obviously. This is a little political, so if you don't want to answer this, I understand.
Oh boy.
Do you think there's an Uncle Tifa?
I think so.
There has to be, right?
I hope he's a good guy.
I mean, Aunt Tifa, like, she makes pancakes for everybody on Sunday, right after church, too. Yeah, she's got to have.
Where does she find the energy?
Right, exactly.
That's Auntie Tifa.
Question number 4, this might get a little personal. Are you prescribed dog vitamins or you just take them recreationally?
What was that
Yeah.
last
Yeah.
word?
I take them what you said.
I'm not really good on syllables.
Rectally?
Rectally.
Yes, I take dog vitamins
yeah.
rectally.
I just boof everything no matter what it is at this point.
Boof Life is, like, seriously the best knuckle tattoo.
Kurt just shoves Flintstones vitamins up his ass all day long.
The
Only the-
Betty,
only
That's why he's so
orange-
big and strong.
Yeah, only the orange flavor though.
those are the Freds. I'm more of the Betty guy. Like, the grape ones, those are so good.
I like Dino,
You would.
The jagged one.
You would, you wild card.
especially the red ones.
Yeah. Question number 5. Is it true you operate a bird sanctuary called Hurt Owls?
That might be a new
Thank
business
you.
venture.
I was going to say, there you go.
She liked that one.
Yeah, she did. I appreciated that. As I'm bombing here, I like it when yeah. Question number 6. Have you ever considered that the real Epstein list is the friends that Bill Clinton made along the way?
Yes.
It's true. Question number 7. Are you a science, like into science and shit like
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Yeah. Why fish doo-doo so skinny?
Why is fish doo-doo so skinny?
Yeah.
Really tight assholes.
That's correct answer. Watertight assholes. This guy's good. Are you a Star Wars fan?
I am not. I've never seen it,
Oh, really? Then this will bomb.
but I know a lot about it. I've never actually
This
watched
will
Star
bomb
Wars.
horribly.
Not even by proxy? Like, you've been
I mean-
someone's house and it was on?
Are you
No.
into Star Wars?
I've seen them all.
Why do Ewoks wear shiesties? They don't wear any other clothes except for a gun belt and shiesties. What's that about?
Some kind of kink. I don't know.
Sure, that works for me. Correct answer. Why do toothless old people always look like they're chewing?
They have no teeth.
Correct answer.
Oh wait.
Why does your LinkedIn profile say 420, money, and green tea with honey?
John Bose.
Correct answer. WWJD, right back there again. Do you think if he went by Sean Didn't Combs, maybe the fuzz would leave him alone?
Probably not.
That's true. It's a very serious crime. You guys shouldn't laugh at that.
He's still profiled for
And finally,
reasons.
I don't mean to stay political, but do you ever think maybe Charlie Kirk cut himself shaving and the Band-Aid just fell off mid-speech?
It's a possibility. I think his neck just did that.
Spontaneous neck combustion. Mike, what's that like? Is that like a perfect score?
Ooh, that looks like a perfect score.
Perfect score.
Oh, yeah.
Holy
All around.
shit.
Round of applause.
Holy
Let's get that.
shit. Oh,
Yeah,
my God.
He really gave you nothing.
Oh, God.
You stink.
That was wonderful. You just nailed that shit, dude.
Thank
I
you.
swear to
Man,
God, dude.
that was
That's
impressive.
that's the question. That's the only thing I did study for this. All the other homework I forgot because I was terrible in school. To be honest,
true. We all were.
I
Listen,
can't
you're all-
comprehend anything.
why-
You're only as good as your last at bat. That was fucking flawless.
All right, then.
So
Was
That's
that
all
a
I
you
sports
should ride
reference?
high right now.
Oh,
Go for
shut
high
the fuck
score.
up, Tom.
What?
Shut up.
I like that.
do?
Shut your goddamn mouth, Tom.
You shut up too. I didn't
Hey,
do
fair enough.
anything.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
That was fun.
So, yeah, thank you. I think it's about time for that homework.
Let's play. Play. Let's do some homework.
Yeah.
Sure.
Before we get into homework, though, plugs. Where can we find you on the internet, sir?
You can find me at Oh Crap It's Kurt, at Serious Cinema. I have like 100 of these damn things.
I love that.
It's like,
We'll scroll in here. Like,
At Serious Cinema, at Weddings by hang on, at Weddings by Serious, and the Omni booth. And it used to be at the Reservoir. However, still check out the Reservoir Philly.
and the Omni booth is like the booth that you set up at like weddings and parties where
Yeah, yeah,
it's like the photo booth.
Yeah.
set
So
up.
that's like so.
But it's like
I know we're talking about-
it's like way more fucking bougie than like just a little fucking
Yeah,
like boardwalk
it's-
photo booth. Like
like that right there. Just a camera set up on a tripod.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get you set
Stop
up.
breaking the fourth wall, dickhead.
But yeah, that was like, I know we didn't really talk about weddings much, but that's another huge deal for me, what I do. But that led into that how I got the photo booth, because I'm like see them all the time, and I'm like, why wouldn't I just do that? And I did it, and it became a full circle thing.
You don't have answers because maybe it might hurt more than it helps. But
boy.
what is the wildest shit you saw go down in a wedding?
The groom's dad died on the dance floor.
That's a lot.
Wow, that
Stop!
just got real.
It actually it was worse. So like, I mean, so he died. That's the end of the story, really.
so he's dead.
How did it get worse than him dying? Holy
So
shit!
he's dead. He's in the
The
ground.
cake
right?
was terrible though. Afterwards. No,
They said it was Black Force, but
so
really?
His neck just did that.
so he fell over and I guess was having a heart attack and died right there. So they were doing like CPR on him, and then he died right there. And the venue, I forget what the things. The I don't know what to say it works. The fucking
defibrillator.
yes, they couldn't find it.
They
Oh!
They had to go. They're running
The
around the building
AED?
trying to find it, and they couldn't find it. And then he died right there. And then they came back and tried to do it, and he wasn't coming back.
Man, you better call that lawyer up.
Then the EMTs came, and I don't know what it's called either. They put like almost like a suit on him, which does the CPR compressions.
It like massages. Like,
Almost, yeah.
yeah.
It like shocks and massages, but they brought him back enough to like be alive, not like, hey, I'm gonna go dance again. But like
Oh, you're good.
Oh,
he has a pulse again.
father-daughter dance. Here we go. But they brought him back, and then he went off to the hospital, and they were like, "Oh, he brought back," and then
Fuck.
it definitely killed the vibe. But the wedding still continued.
but he did survive eventually.
No, he died.
Oh,
So he is dead.
man.
He died at the hospital, but they didn't say it till later on. But the wedding still went, and they had like a very like just like light music play. Everybody, it was just like really just like calming, and like it was like
Dude.
there was one lady who was still like getting down on the dance floor, like she was like drunk, continued dancing.
There's always the one like drunk aunt.
Yeah, no, she
Like,
was.
it's her one
she was
night
like,
out.
yeah,
Dude,
year.
the rhythm got her.
Oh, could you?
yeah. She looked like Elaine from Seinfeld doing like the fucking dance.
Could
Like,
you imagine the
I do
poor
like
like
that.
wedding DJs like so?
it was my
is-
friend, dude. It was my friend Joe, dude. He was like, he brought me back because like we were like, I was like doing a photo booth actually for the photo booth, and he came back. It was like, this is what's happening. He came out and was looking around, and it was so
Someone
like,
get Aunt Peg off the fucking
yeah,
dance
bro.
floor.
But then it was like it kind of just it didn't pick up like a normal wedding, but like it came back to where they just did everything like the dances, dinner, cake, like just kind of all everybody hanging out, like doing stuff. Like some people like because they kept saying like, oh, he's back, he's alive, he's good, like they're taking care of him. So I think they were kind of like taking as like it's a good sign.
right.
But like
Right,
he later on
still.
he did die in the hospital. But that was the craziest thing. And then I've watched like was it someone's like mother's like she was walking down the aisle and she tripped and broke her leg and a bone came out the side of the leg
Oh God!
and it like sprayed onto the guests.
Oh,
I've seen like couples fight. I've seen a couple like they would go into the back, come back and are arguing and like they got divorced a couple days later.
Like they just got married and
Just got married, at the venue, and then they went to the back room and they had like an argument or something like that, and then they got divorced a couple days later. So I don't know what happened. Maybe like he found out something, or you know what I mean? Like it's like it all came to light that day or something. So that was that. But the death was probably the biggest one. But like I said, someone breaking their bones.
When he shoved that slice of cake in my face.
You can smell that other woman on his fingers.
He did it with an attitude.
Yeah, he did it with a little extra oomph.
Where'd he learn that?
Yeah.
Though it would be funny if, like, after that guy dropped dead on the fucking dance floor or whatever, if the bride was just like,
Yeah.
and just like, all right, pulls her leg up to get the garter taken off. Like, Jesus Christ,
No, the
Susan,
Bring
little
on
kid-
the inheritance.
he's not even he's not even cold yet.
He's
Jesus.
surrounded by little kids going like,
Well, honeymoon's paid for.
Fuck.
The little kid's like, look at Tyler go. He's having a great time on that dance floor.
emoting.
Fuck. We're going to hell.
Doesn't care that P-Ball's just fucking cashing it in.
We're
at the
swan
logo.
diving straight down.
Nice, dude.
That's fucking rad.
I expected like you would have like this story like, oh, it's like somebody shit themselves. Like, oh, that's fun. You're like, well, the father of the bride died. And you're like, oh, where do we go here?
From what I can remember, that was the most like I'm gonna say like traumatic one, but that's the one I'm like, okay, someone died at the thing.
Jesus.
Definitely of note.
Yeah.
That marriage lasts. That's the greatest marriage of all
Oh
time.
my God.
That's the thing. Like, how do you leave your spouse? Like,
yeah, how could you leave me? Like my dad died.
yeah,
at
like
our
don't
wedding.
walk out on me. Like,
like my
Don't
dad
you remember?
yeah, my dad died.
like my dad did on that one day we got married.
My dad died for you, for us.
He lived for 64 years and he chose that day. Like Jesus.
I love this song.
Oh,
It's
do you remember what song was playing?
God.
Smash Mouth walking on the sun.
Oh Christ.
Damn, it wasn't even the song from Shrek 2.
my friend Brian was the
No.
videographer. I could probably ask him. I
was
mean,
like-
I probably shouldn't ask
I
him.
hope you burned all that footage, man.
it
Like,
was-
yeah.
It was that Oingo Boingo song.
At the in the background here. This is how we do it. Like, oh, the party on the west side. See it pop up. Like
They just like
holy
Weekend at
shit.
Bernie's. I'm like around.
Yeah.
I want to keep guessing
Oh,
what
my-
song it was.
God.
I dream of rain, LA.
Oh, it was "Waiting for Tonight" by J Lo.
Oh, I love that song actually,
Right?
dude. That's a go. Remember when Y2K was happening? That's
Yes.
That's why that song came out. Waiting
Really?
for tonight.
Really?
Yeah. It was
I didn't know that.
Watch the music video. It's when the fucking lasers are going off the top of the skyline, and
Yeah.
it's
So
about Y2K.
Y2K is why the greatest hook ever was written. Huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Damn.
Y2K
As most are.
That lasted until 2012. We were like, it's Y2K, but it's the Mayan version. Like, the fuck
Oh
are you
yeah, and it
talking
never
about?
happened. And then it was like, oh wait, it's actually 2026.
It's like,
Oh,
Jesus
right.
Christ. And
something.
Then,
God
and then that
willing.
rolls around. Like,
Yeah,
oh, it's
let's-
actually they meant 2031. Like,
Yeah.
it's like how the Christians
On
thought
who-
they'd be
I-
raptured on Yom Kippur.
And I would say that I'm on whose time clock. If the world does end, on whose clock is it going to end?
Right.
China's ahead of us.
Yeah.
So is it going to end on their timeline or our timeline?
And what?
And why us?
We've survived enough historical events. I don't care
And
anymore.
also, why would we listen to Mayans? You dickheads couldn't even last. You know? If it was like the Romans, they lasted way longer. I listened to their calendar. The Mayans? Fuck you.
This guy.
What's that? The Zoroastrians and the Sumerians? Like, get out of here.
Zoroastrians?
Zoroastrians? I'm sorry.
I thought it was Zoroastrians.
Whatever's
Hey,
funnier.
man.
Well, yeah, whatever's funnier.
Potato,
I don't
potato,
know,
Zoroastrians.
console Graham Hancock over here.
I don't fucking know either. I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm smart.
This next segment is
yes.
called Homework. Each week, Tom, Mike, and I assign each other a piece of music, a piece of comedy, or a variation of the two to report back on the following week. We always ask our guests to take part two, but last week we did not have a guest because Mark Green was very, very sleepy.
No, it was his niece's birthday.
Shut up, fourth wall breaking dickhead.
We said it on the fucking episode.
They don't know that this is their first episode. Jesus, Michael. God.
You blew it.
He really is. He's like showing the cookbook, the one where we're trying to, like, you know, here's the recipe.
What was that? What was that reality show with the magician where he like gave away the magic
The
trick
pickup
secrets?
artist.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
He was like blacklisted from like the magic community.
Apparently that's
Darn.
like apparently that's like
I know.
no, seriously, apparently that's like a
Damn.
severe
No more pussy for him.
no, apparently that's like a severe thing.
He'll never
Like it's
recover,
like
dude.
I think I was like an interview with Penn Jillette. I was reading, it was like that's like a really bad thing.
Well,
And apparently it's always led to like bad luck for all these magicians that gave away their tricks. Like that one dickhead, the Mind Freak, whatever the fuck his name
Chris
was.
Angel.
Chris Angel.
Like he got a lot of shit from the magician community. I know, imposing for like just showing people how he was doing street magic shit.
Are you poo-pooing the magic community? They can
Not
make-
me. Oh,
they-
I don't want that smoke.
Cancel.
I don't want that smoke.
I was gonna say they can make an elephant disappear. What are
Dude,
they gonna
yeah.
do to your ass?
He's
I
gonna
fought-
wake up tomorrow with a
Dude.
tail.
I fought bikers, but I'm way more scared of like the fucking magician community. You know, like Jesus Christ, they have those guns and they shoot it and the flag comes and says bang. Oh, then that. Oh, jeez, I'm not fucking with that.
And those rabbits
Top hats.
What? Where do they get so many fucking rabbits? It's nuts.
and doves.
Yeah, and how is their top hats not full of dove shit? That's fucking insane.
Magic.
You know, like, and like the fucking handkerchief budget. Jesus Christ. Well, anyway,
We're going down a fucking rabbit hole right here.
no pun intended.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
no
I
pun
have
intended.
like ADHD. I got.
Yeah.
I'll trust me. So no, I will spiral all
Touch
of
you?
this.
Touch you? I
Touch me.
will.
Oh. Hey.
Bigger when I pull on it. We gave ourselves kind of a blanket. Everybody has to do this assignment, and that is the latest special by Matt McCusker,
I was so
A
looking
Humble
forward to
Offering,
this.
which debuted on Netflix on the 7th of October, which was yesterday. I'm breaking the fourth wall. See, it's contagious, dude. Fuck me in the mouth.
All right.
Those who throw stones, huh?
Fair enough.
You hear that cricket in the background?
It's a rural area.
That's not the soundboard. That's actual crickets.
Yeah, we're in a rural area. Matthew McCusker, Humble Offering. I just wrote, that is the best intro to a comedy special I've ever seen in my life.
Good. Watch this.
I was gonna say, can we start off that so this homework? I would have probably
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
I didn't watch this.
You would have
and-
done it if I didn't
okay.
send it to you like an hour
Yeah.
before
At
you
the
showed
0
up.
hour, yeah.
Just watch it on like YouTube or whatever. It's like on 5
Undefeated
times.
in intros.
If,
Undefeated.
even if you don't watch the whole special, watch the intro.
Okay.
It's the funniest
It's a
fucking.
minute.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like an hour long. It's enough. I think I have an hour a day I can
Yeah.
put aside to
Dude,
watch it
it's-
while I'm on the toilet or something.
Yeah.
You know, that's a 2-hour meeting.
Just the jokes.
Watch it twice.
I saw a dead turtle today. Yeah, he's dead. I just talked to him. And I see we have
Oh, they didn't hear me. I better repeat it.
I see we have some Pythagoreans among us. We don't carry cash in the future. And also, the best outro to a special I have ever seen.
Yes.
10 out of 10. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Should we have sex right now?
Yes.
The couples massage joke, the term party aids.
Yeah.
Call off your fat protector, please. If I grabbed my dad's ass, he would punch me until I died. And I said, I mean, the Miss Rachel joke alone.
Dude, when I wanted to text you both, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna save
Yeah,
it
save
save it for the episode when he made the Miss Rachel joke.
I won't give away the punchline, but and did you notice the little ceremonial flute flutter as
yeah.
he said goodbye?
Mm.
And get the catapult out. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Dude. It's on my list this year for certain.
Absolutely.
I can't say anything that you two didn't already say. 10 out of 10, perfect special.
Straight up.
The punching your kids joke.
You notice how he doesn't stick to like a theme per se, but like the special moved in such a way that it was like so.
He had a lot of callbacks.
It was so
Yeah.
put
That were-
together though.
yeah.
I was like, man,
Did you guys know I had a black wife?
Did you also notice like how it's like all jokes aside, it's still somewhat wholesome?
yes,
Yeah.
It's like Jesus Christ. It's like
he doesn't miss. dude.
yeah, he's really
Dude,
fucking
it
good.
was perfect.
And it's just nice to see a guy like him fucking doing really well for himself.
Yeah.
Now, Mike brought us a record by a band called The Barrys, the self-titled record. I couldn't find it, so I listened to a record called Start All Over Again and one called High Flying Man. It reminded me of the Lemonheads. Then I listened to a collection of their B-sides, and maybe the B stood for berries. See what I did there? Hit it. If my box of Kellogg's Oops All Berries contained these records, I wouldn't be sad about it. But I would probably still be hungry. It's 7 out of 10. I enjoyed it quite thoroughly. It seriously sounds...
How did you not find the record? It's
brand
on
new.
like every streaming service.
I only found those two records, but I like those two records.
Okay. Fair
And
enough.
the B-side collection was really good, too. 7 out of 10. I liked it quite a bit. But it just reminded me, especially vocally, of older Lemonheads.
Yeah.
Like, the dude sounds like Evan Dando. Like,
Yeah.
a lot, but it's still a very good listen. I liked it quite a bit.
I said it was derivative of something I can't put my finger on, but I like when it's something has clear fingerprints of stuff that I like without just sounding like it's a copy paste fucking copy of something. I said Vagabond is a sick track.
Yeah, it is. That's my favorite track on the album.
Great, perfect record for driving. The singer's name is Matt Berry. So they are the Berries. It took until the song "Run You Down," but I figured it out. He sounds just like the dude from Minus the Bear.
Yeah.
His voice sounds just
Well,
like that.
that's
dude.
very Evan Dando-ish.
Minus the berries.
Maybe
Bears eat.
All right. No,
get him out of here.
And bears eat. What do bears eat?
Honey,
And
salmon.
bears like money.
Ass.
and
Bears laugh even when it's not funny.
fuck. That's the ultimate callback because it's like 30 years old.
I thought the self-titled record was earlier for some reason, but it came out like 2 months ago or less. 7.5 out of 10. I loved it.
Yeah, I liked it too. It's great.
I wish bands didn't do that, to be honest.
What?
Self-titled's.
Yeah. I mean, like,
It's
yeah, like
hard
put
to
out
search
a
them.
bunch of records with titles and then go, oh, those are self-titled.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Why?
They could have.
Why not be like your first?
Anything.
Was that?
They could have called it anything else.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, it could have called it anything else. That's what we probably should have called it,
Seriously.
not just self-titled.
Or even like go the old Black Sabbath route. It's like this record 4.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like
I'm
I'm sick
anything.
of that too, though.
yeah.
I'm fucking tired of that.
I think it's funny when bands do it when like their first record isn't called 1, but like their 5th record's called 5. It's like, all right,
Like
Is-
Coheed and
Ooh.
Cambria type stuff.
yeah, it's
Is
like,
it-
man.
Is it Warthog or is it? There's other bands that every record is a self-titled. That
Yeah,
pisses me
that's
the fuck
fucking
off.
annoying.
Yeah, that's.
And at first you're like, oh, well, it's the demo, fine. It's the 7-inch, fine. It's the LP, fine.
It's like, come
But then they
on.
drop another 7-inch. You're like,
Yeah, they have 3 LPs now.
motherfucker.
All right, that's that's
Yeah,
probably a hard
That's
search.
annoying.
It's like it's the one with the gun on the front, or it's the one like it's like, god damn it, dude.
It's the one with the flaming skull.
Tommy, did everybody chime in on the berries? We hit that.
It's just us two.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Tommy brought Youth Today, Break Down the Walls. It holds up better than I remember it being the last time I've attempted this band, which was, I think, 2015. But it's still mid. Definitely a band that should be experienced live, but the downside is that Dweebazoid Moby will probably be there. 4 out of 10. I was saying it before we got started, is that they're always, I like Youth Crew a lot, but this is always the band I was like, I just didn't click. And then one year I saw them live for the first time, and everything just kind of makes sense. You're like, oh, this isn't a band I should listen to at home. This is a band I gotta see, do it, and it makes 100% more sense to me. And it was really good. And I remember after that, listening to it, I was like, I'm gonna try all the records again. And I was like, no, it's still not hitting. But that live set was fucking insane, and it was way past their heyday of the '80s. This was like I said, 2015. So they're like old dudes playing their songs, and it was just so good. But yeah,
I hope at that point they were that good.
oh yeah, you're right away.
40 years, I hope you're good.
And they're still like fucking missing
Yeah.
chords. Like really,
Whoops.
dude?
Yeah, Youth Crew chords
Yeah,
of all things.
Embarrassing.
How's that one start again? It's like, come on, dude. Like, but yeah, you're gonna run into Moby if you see them live.
Ugh.
Yeah. But that's all I've got to say about the Ute today.
I'm not a stickler for. I mean, unless it's really, really like, if it like sours the entire experience, like it's that bad. I'm not as much of a stickler about like recording quality anymore. Like I can go back and I can listen to like an old '80s Youth Crew record and not be like, oh god, like this sounds like it was recorded in a fucking coffee can. Like fuck out of here.
It might have been.
Yeah, it just might have been, but like I can, for nostalgic purposes, I can listen to Break Down the Walls and just be like, oh, this was like a major fucking turning point in, no pun intended, in Youth Crew hardcore. Like this was like I want to say like the bar that was set for a lot of other bands that followed them, and in my opinion did much better. But like as far as a piece of history is concerned, like this record's really cool to like go back and listen to now.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't that a Don Fury?
Yeah.
Yeah, who was like basically like the ultimate guy in that era of hardcore. But yeah, I love the recording quality. I think it's perfect for that style.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like in hindsight, I can say like that's exactly how a Youth Crew record from 1988 should sound.
Yes.
I think it's their best record.
It's definitely their best record.
Yeah.
it's the best representation of like what they brought to the table. But seeing them live is a completely different experience. Just the energy that they exude, even now, like in their 50s, like still playing those same songs. Like it's still like super inspiring to see guys that old who've been doing the same shit for that long, like still play it like with the conviction that they play it with.
Yeah. Still actually like moving on stage and not just phoning it in, cough, cough, snap case.
Well, I mean, it's Ray, Sammy, Walt, and Porcell, and like they're all like still like fucking shredded, fucking like fitness freaks.
Oh, that's fucking.
So that's why, like, that's why they can
annoying.
fucking run around like full speed on stage for 45 straight minutes as like 50-year-olds.
Yeah.
That's so many.
and not run out of
songs.
breath.
Yeah.
Iron Price played a show with Shelter in Baltimore, and those dudes were like stretching before like their set, and like they're all pushing 60, and we're all just like looking down at ourselves, just like,
Well, they're all like master yogis.
Guess I'll go to Wawa.
yeah. They got 8-packs and fucking their age. I got like fucking tits. I'm just like, Jesus.
I'm trying to get a
Christ.
Saquon.
Yeah, I got to get it together, dude.
They're pushing 60, but they've been practicing yoga for the past 45 years.
It's true.
So
Yeah.
that's
Fucking. Dang it, I'd probably be in a lot that great of a mood too if I was wearing like flowing clothes all the time. It's probably so comfy.
Oh, those Hare Krishna
Oh,
robes.
so
Right.
they're so breezy.
Just flopping around in those things.
What did I bring to the
Flailing
table,
around in there.
Tommy?
Let's see. You brought us the Buried Alive Watchmen session 1998 demos.
Yeah.
I found these on Spotify, actually.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
That's the first place I looked, thinking like, oh, they won't be on here, and they were.
That's exactly what I did. Sometimes I forget that Vogel is great as a front at the front of a band.
Mm-hmm.
The drummer's toms sound like a toy drum kit in the song "Worthless." It's very funny to me. The contrast from side A to side B is pretty funny. The three arguably best, most popular songs off of "Death of Your Perfect World," plus a song I didn't know. That song, "How Much More."
It's not anywhere else but that.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
6.5 out of 10. I thought it was great.
It was the one song that got left. It got left off the demo
That might have been the best song.
and was supposed to be on a comp that never came out.
I like that song a lot.
Yeah.
What songs were on that split they did with
Reach the Sky.
Reach the Sky?
It was
I like
us.
that one.
It was
They were just
Starfuck.
demo versions of songs that were on the full length, I think, right?
No, but not that full length. They were on the full length
Last Rites?
Yes.
Yeah.
That split was great too. Those are great Reach the Sky songs too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I like all Reach the Sky.
yes, same.
Well, we won't go on that tangent. I mean, again, going back to recording quality not being a make or break thing for me unless it sounds like so bad that it's unavoidable. I mean, Buried Alive never really mastered how they sounded live on a record, but those songs are so fucking just...
But do you think if those songs were recorded better or like, like a cleaner production, it would take like the power from the songs?
No.
No, because
From just that demo, or you mean
Yeah,
like
just
anything
those-
they've put out?
Just
Really? 'Cause
those
I feel
three
like they had
demos.
done-
Just those demo songs.
Okay, just demo.
no, because it's a piece of their history that's cool to hear in that state.
Yeah.
And even Death of Your Perfect World, I don't think I would want to hear.
It's not the greatest
Any
recording,
better.
but it's
It's pretty damn good.
Yeah, like I wouldn't want to hear it re-recorded. I wouldn't.
No.
Want, I wouldn't,
No,
I wouldn't
no,
want to
no.
hear it
It's
reproduced or whatever it is.
It's
I
as
hear-
good as it possibly could be.
I hear that
already.
record and I get brought immediately back to that time
Yeah.
and place where I first heard that record and like was really into that record. Like that was like my senior year in high school when that record came
Yeah.
out. And I remember being like, holy fucking shit. Like this, like, cause I'm like coming off the strength of like Hatebreed Satisfaction
Yeah.
being like the records that
Yeah.
just like fucking beat everyone's ass to. And then
the
I'm like,
victory record.
yeah. And then this record came out, I'm like,
Oh,
like,
shit.
And it was like that was that like E standard too.
a new
Like-
like a new
they just
challenger
played the
appears.
like
Shit.
they played like the reverse power chord, which gave it that lower like it was like I think Reed back to Reed Rosemary again. He kind of loved Buried Alive back then. Kind of
yeah.
it was like, do we start playing Razor with stuff like reverse power chords? It was just like a different, heavier tone, and then obviously drop D. All those tunings came out, but it was like whoa, drop D. Whoa, drop C was like oh Jesus Christ. Now it's like drop R. Like
Yeah, his bands sound like
C standard is now E standard.
Yeah, which actually is a really good.
It was just
which is a
cool.
really good tuning.
I
It was
do like
cool
that.
that like after Satisfaction came out and Hatebreed was like the shit, and everyone was like, "Oh, what's Victory going to put out next? It's even going to come close." I like the first two records that came out after Satisfaction were Death Your Perfect World and Cast Iron Hikes, Watch It Burn, and I'm just like,
Bangers.
well, those two maybe because those are fucking great records, and Jesus Christ, God, that label used to not be able
Yeah,
to
that
miss.
I was just gonna say that
What
like
album was it?
that
Victory.
5-year stretch where they just didn't miss.
Who was this?
Victory.
Victory.
Oh, Victor. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was before they started getting really stupid.
I could have swore was Buried Alive on Indecision Records too at some point? Or am I thinking of
Yes.
somebody else?
No.
Yes, they were.
Because I remember buying merchandise like from Indecision Records.
believe
like
the split-
like
Not the split. Last Rites.
Last Rites was
No.
Victory.
maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Indecision had a ton.
Yeah, they did, and a lot of like vocal bands too. Like I think
Maybe they did
Despair had
something.
stuff on there. But yeah, Last Rites. I thought Last Rites might have been on Indecision.
Because we
but that was,
like
yeah.
we forget how
They may have
short
partnership or
forget
something.
how
Yeah.
short-lived that band was. They didn't last
Yeah.
long. They were like 2 years tops.
Yeah.
Was it Buried Alive?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because then as soon as Terror dropped, that was like
Well, Terror. Yeah, that was
Terror,
like
like-
01.
yeah, like
Yeah.
pretty much right after the Last Rites came out.
Yeah.
It might have
So-
been. It might have been during that. By the time they finally put out something.
I think Last Rites came out after they were done.
Yeah, Last Rites
I think
was
so,
like
too, yeah.
Last Rites
Wasn't
was
it a
like
collection?
because it was like half new songs, half like live songs, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I think
last
that was
tour.
like Victory just being like, "Hey, you're still on the hook for a record.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
just
yeah,
give
yeah.
us what you got,
Contract,
and
yeah.
we'll put something out
Yeah.
and make it like a proper release." And then you didn't hear anything from Vogel or anybody for like a year or two, and then Terror just fucking took over the world.
Didn't
That
Indecision?
demo was the best.
Did Indecision
Still.
Did Indecision put out maybe like a discography of Buried Alive?
I feel like
stuff?
Indecision did stuff with Terror.
Maybe it's what it was. Like I just remember buying merchandise from I think like Indecision Records, and it was like either Buried Alive or Terror, something like that.
Or
Something
maybe
along those
like
lines.
Victory did the CD, Indecision did the vinyl.
Maybe.
Because I don't think Victory was really going hard on vinyl post like 97, 98. I don't think they were like, because that's like prime CD area, and vinyl wasn't really cool except 7 inches. So maybe it was that. I don't know. I'm an idiot. I don't know anything at all.
I also might be just making this all up.
I just know I like.
Yeah, I
Focus.
don't remember like details like that.
Dude, remembering stuff is like really overrated. I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, it's
I
like-
can't tell you what I did last week. You know,
It's like
Yeah.
when Revelation did specifically vinyl releases for bands that had crossed over into like major
Yeah.
label territory.
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
they did like the No Doubt LP.
Yeah, they did. I
Um,
forgot about that.
They did like a Rage Against the Machine
A couple.
release. Like bands that had already made it but like still had ties to punk and hardcore.
The one I want to say is funny because they didn't really do much. It was Willhaven.
dude, Willhaven was the best.
They were great,
Yeah, I just love
but
them.
like,
well, like Deftones gassed them up
Yeah.
big time.
Yeah.
That's
But
that's like
once,
where they got like their little bit of
They
steam
did a few
from.
tour- yeah, a few
because
tours.
they brought them on
Willhaven
tour.
started on that Crisis Records, which was a sub label of Revelation.
Rev, yeah.
But once
that was like Rev's initial metalcore label before they started
Yeah.
putting out metalcore records on Rev.
But once like Willhaven had gone on beyond Revelation, they were still doing the vinyl versions of their like more
Right.
bigger label releases.
right.
Which honestly is probably better for them now at least. Willhaven's so good. Anyway,
I went back and listened to what was it, WHVN?
yes,
I went back and listened to that. And some of
good.
those songs are still great.
they're good.
Yeah.
El Diablo's still a
El
great
Diablo,
record.
I think I
Yeah.
listened to El Diablo too.
And
That
it's
was
like
the
two-
white one. El Diablo was the white cover. WHVN
With just like the
is
red
the,
logo
is
or
the
just
black
a
cover.
name
Yeah.
on it, basically.
Yeah.
And like a small like little piece of artwork off like a sliver type thing. It was
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. I found them off of
That was like the most '90s metalcore like album layout. It was
Yeah.
just like the strip with like
Yeah.
slight
Small
like,
artwork,
like
yeah.
minimal artwork, and then just like a blank background.
I remember definitely finding them. It might have been like 97, 98. It was an Ozfest sampler. And
Yeah.
it was like Victory Records. It was like all those labels back
Yeah.
then had at least 4 bands on that.
Yeah.
And Shai Hulud was on there.
Yeah.
Indecision. Indecision.
The band
Yeah.
Indecision.
The band Indecision. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Most Precious Blood, but before them. And then
Was it Indecision?
Willhaven.
Was it Indecision with Artie, or Indecision
not.
with Justin?
Whatever one the high pitched voice guy is. The
Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
No, it's
Maybe
Tom.
not. I don't know.
Oh, Tom.
Yeah,
Tom
Justin's the
Sheehan,
guitar
yeah.
player.
Justin was the guitar player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever it was between 97 and 98, because I think I still have the CD, to be honest. It might be in my booklet somewhere, which is insane.
I found him in that weird. Was it the fuck was it called? It was like a Revelation sampler, but it was seriously like 35 fucking bands. It had like something off every single Revelation Records release. What the fuck was it called?
The in-flight sampler.
The in-flight program.
Yeah,
Yes.
in-flight program.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah. And I went out and bought that EP after. I was like, this fucking rips. When we do this homework section, we also ask our guests, what have you been listening to recently? It doesn't matter what year it came out, what genre, just something you've been listening to and enjoying.
Dude, as I said a little bit earlier, I don't know if I said it while we were like live here, but like definitely a lot of Bounce and Composure. Crap, I feel like I gotta go through my Spotify. Like, I listen to a lot of the same stuff over and over again because I feel like back in the day with like iPods, used to be able to have to go, or just in
Yeah.
general, you used to have like a CD.
You're talking to a guy that still uses an iPod. So
I have
you
I don't have an
to
iPod
worry
anymore.
about.
Yeah, I have an MP3 player with like a 2 terabyte thing on it now.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But I felt like back then you used to be able to go through it and be like, oh, I haven't heard this band in a while, and you
Yeah.
listen to it. Now I'm just in my car and I just whatever my last recent stuff is, I'll hit. But
Dude,
it's been like
the-
Bounce and Composure,
the fucking-
Thornhill.
The on repeat playlist all the time.
Yeah.
Which Balance and Composure record would you recommend us checking out?
Oh,
If you had
man.
to pick one right now.
Jesus Christ, I'm thinking right now. I can't remember the name of the cover or the album now.
Which one?
I know this is not what it's called, but it's like, shit, hang on. Let me can I look it up real quick? Can we pause
Yeah.
this?
That's
I'm
fine.
literally
No, we won't
blanking.
pause it. We'll just
it out.
know,
We'll just edit out the dead spot. It's no big deal.
It's probably not going to be that long.
Are you getting service in here? Because usually
It's like
it's
half
like a
a
dead
bar.
zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
brutal.
I'm literally thinking.
Is it the
of
things
just-
we think we're missing,
Yeah, I think that might be.
or the one before that?
What's the album cover look like?
It's got the things the things we think we're missing.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good
That's a
one, and even the
classic.
new one
That's-
too. The
that's
with,
the
with
one.
you in spirit. That's a really good one. Yeah, man, like I said, I just feel like I can kind of go through my Spotify recently. There's another one, Jutes, who I've been bringing up. It's kind of very like Deftonesy, very like shoegazy. For some reason, I've been getting very just into like super shoegazy kind of shit.
How do you spell it?
Jutes, which is Jutes. So what else I got here? Sorry, this thing's fucking going off.
Yeah, just give us one record from Jutes then.
All right, let me see if I
Yeah.
can pull one up real quick. I can't think of and recently missed the band The Carrier, as I've listened to a ton like recently. Because it's always super negative.
Well, yeah, I'm interested in hearing this Jutes band because I never heard.
I think you
of
would
them.
like it. It's just very like I
What's
don't know,
the album name?
I think it's just called Sleepyhead.
Oh,
Who hasn't been there?
Dennis, Mike, what do you got?
I've been vibing to this record for about a month now, and I haven't brought it to the table yet. It's the album Essex Honey by Blood Orange.
Spell it.
So
I know Blood Orange, obviously. I'm not, but Essex. Honey?
Essex, like the county
VL,
in Maryland.
okay.
Essex Honey.
Okay. Essex money. Sorry.
Essex laughs even when it's not funny.
Fuck yeah. Is that all you got for us, Mike?
Yeah, just bringing one record for,
All right.
for
That's cool.
today.
Tommy?
I've got 1 and 1. I have a
Okay.
special that, like, this dude was on pods, like, a lot, doing, like, the circuit.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'll check it out. Special was way better than any pod appearance. And
Okay.
His name is Gianmarco Soresi.
It's in my queue.
It's called Thief of Joy.
Gianmarco what?
Soresi. So it's Gian Marco.
Oh, he's one of those.
Yeah.
It's one of your fucking people.
One of my countrymen.
And it's Soresi.
It's available on,
It's on
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah. I think it's under his own
I think it is.
YouTube page.
Okay.
It's easy to find.
Yeah.
And the record is a refreshing vocal voice that I just really got into, Sierra Ferrel. And the record is Long Time Coming.
Sierra with an S.
Yep.
Ferrel, Farrell.
Errel. And I won't spoil anything about it. Just go into
I'm sorry, what's it called again?
Long Time Coming.
Long time coming.
You said Sierra Ferrell.
Yeah. Like she's feral, like she's fucking been out in the woods
All
and
right,
shit.
we yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
She is from the
Huh?
Appalachians.
Yeah?
Come on.
Guys, seriously? Jesus.
Please, anybody?
I'm just, yeah.
Take my wife, please.
I'm gonna smash my dick with a hammer. Oh fuck.
Are you a bad enough dude to hit your dick with a hammer?
The president has been kidnapped by ninjas. I got 2 records for you this week. One is Social Dissonance. The album is called Project 8. And the second one is an EP that is barely an EP. It's very short, by a band called Rain on the Parade. I don't like that response. And it's the Bodybag EP.
I do like Rain on the Parade, unironically.
Oh. So you weren't trying to rain on my parade. Huh?
You.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I really want to hang myself. That's all I have for everybody. Kurt, we really appreciate you coming down and hanging out with us.
Yeah, man. This is long overdue. We were glad to have you. Come back anytime.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm
absolutely.
grateful to be thought of, to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Thank
The
you.
next 10 things you do,
I'm
we'll
cool
have you
now.
back to talk about that stuff.
Does anybody like me?
Does anyone like me yet?
Everybody, check out all of Kurt's socials and everything. It'll be in the description here. And also, we'll probably tag it in all of the clips we put up. Also, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/IRRANDILL. $3 a month gets you an extra episode a week and other neato stuff. We will see everybody next week. Tom, you hit that intro music.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I love you more than I can say. I love you twice as much tomorrow. Love you more than I can say. Oh, yeah, yeah. I miss you every single day. Why must my life be feel so long? I love you more than I can say. Thank you.